tutorial today, TMS 3715, Teaching Home Languages in the FET. My name is Dr. Sanders, and my colleague here, Dr. Mukhari, who I'm sure would like to greet everybody.
Yes, Dr. Sanders, thank you so much. Dumelang, our students, good afternoon, our students. Sanbonani, Dimasiare, Inhlekani. My language is Xitsonga. As a result, I'll speak in Xitsonga. Hami amukela eka module wa hina wa TMS 3715. Unga module wa ku dyondzisa ririmi ra le kaya eka phase ya FET. Xikongomelo xa mepe wa mafambelo eka rendzo ra TMS 3715 i ku mi lemukisa hi swilaveko swa module lowu. Na khensa swinene. Thank you, Dr. Sanders.
Thank you, Dr. Mukhari, for that very warm welcome to our TMS 3715 family. The purpose of our tutorial today is to discuss the TMS 3715 roadmap, the journey to successful completion of our module, Teaching Home Languages in the FET phase. As we've already introduced ourselves, we are your lecturers. My name, Dr. Sanders, and my amazing colleague, Dr. Mukhari. We are here to support you in any way that you need. If you need any help, please just drop us an email. Our email addresses, as you can see on the screen, are esandard@unisa.ac.za. That's my email address. And Dr. Mukhari, mukhas@unisa.ac.za. Please take a second to jot down our email addresses, although they're also found on our module site. We welcome your emails. If it's something on your mind, we want to hear it, even if it's just a small comment, a suggestion, or something you just want to say, hello, how are we doing? This is what I am doing in my module. I am busy with assessment 1 at the moment. We welcome your correspondence. Now, you may be asking, where do I begin? Some of you have joined our tutorials before, but this one just gives you a basic guideline of our module, how to begin your studies, especially for first-year students who may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But please remember, we're here to help you. And this is one of the purposes of our roadmap tutorial today. The first step, where do I begin? Access your TMS 371 module on our module site on MyUnisa. If you have any challenges accessing the site, please go back to the recording and the presentation that we did last week, in which we discussed how to access the tutorial. The first part is to read the welcome message posted by your lecturers, myself, and Dr. Mukhari. It is very important, as the welcome message guides you and tells you where to begin and what is expected of you. The second important step is to navigate to the official study material. This tab will enable you to locate your prescribed study material, which include Tutorial Letter 101, your guide, your Bible for TMS 3715. It has all the necessary information, contact details that you need and other valuable information. And tutorial letter 501, which serves as your study guide. You will need to study that tutorial letter in detail to complete all your assessments. So 2 first steps, if you haven't already done this, access the module site, read the welcome message, and download the 2 tutorial letters. If you have any challenges with that, please drop us an email and we will help you. We're happy to Teams meet with you individually to show you how to access it. If you don't access those study materials, you cannot complete the course successfully. You will be feeling very, very overwhelmed, not sure what to do. You will also find some additional study materials. There are certain recommended books which we suggest that you access from the library. Our library is amazing and very, very student-friendly and helpful. These are books that give you extra information that will help you excel in your courses, in your assignments, in completing your studies. So please, they are listed in tutorial letter 101, so you do not need to stress now by quickly jotting them down. And of course, this recording will also be available for you after this tutorial. But those are the recommended books that you should access for completing your module this year. We also have certain electronic reserves. These are certain journal articles that your lecturers, Dr. Mukhari and I, have chosen because they give us extra information. And throughout the year, we will be referring to them, especially in our discussion forums, and we will be discussing what these authors in our field, teaching home languages in the FET, what they have discussed, and help us learn from their expertise. And of course, feel free to access them and use these sources in your assignments. Now, the most important thing that you need to realize is our assessment plan for 2024. You will have to complete 4 assessments. There is no exam, as it is a continuous assessed module. We'll be discussing that in the next slide. Please take note, your tutorial letter 101, it mentions the completion of 4 assessments. The first one, your MCQ, your quiz, your multiple choice, and 3 written assessments. You will also notice that there is a 5th assessment. This is what we call a contingency assessment. Those who were unable to submit one of the written assignments are to obtain special permission from us to submit this assessment. You are not allowed to complete the contingency assessment 5 without our permission, in which we will ask you for a valid reason, possibly a doctor's certificate, as to why you couldn't complete assessment 2, 3, or 4. On my UNISA, your assignments appear as assessments. We use these terms interchangeably. They mean the same things, so please do not confuse them. So the MCQ, assessment 1, and 3 written assessments. We said assessment 1, MCQ. Assessment 2, the written one. You will have to upload your file. Assessment 3, file upload, a written one. Assessment 4, as well as 5, are all written assessments. Please take that into consideration, as they are lengthy. They do take time to complete. We encourage you, we urge you, do not leave it for a night before, and then we are all stressed because you're trying to cram to complete it. System downtown happens where you can't upload your assessments. Plan now to complete your assessments timely. We cannot give you extensions. How will you be assessed? Now, assignment 1 to 4 will all contribute 100% towards your final mark. Each assessment counts 20%. There is no examination that will be written in this module, as we are embarking on continuous assessment. Very important. Assessment 1 is compulsory. It is an orientation assessment. It covers the material in the whole of tutorial letter 501. You have to complete it. It will be helpful for you because it guides you to study the whole tutorial letter so that you know exactly what is in each learning unit, what is discussed in each learning unit. So when it comes to completing the written assessments, you will then know exactly which learning unit to refer to. Saying this again, if you do not complete assessment 1, you cannot complete our module successfully. Now, we've spoken about continuous assessment. What does this mean? A continuously assessed module is one where you, the students, are evaluated on an ongoing basis throughout the course, rather than through a single final exam. Assessments in such modules may include a variety of activities, such as assignments, projects, presentations, and quizzes to assess students' understanding and progress. This approach aims to provide a comprehensive evaluation of students' performance and learning, encouraging consistent efforts and engagement with the material without relying on one single exam. Now you may be thinking to yourself, oh yes, I do not have to worry about a final exam. But please take note, the assessments are more complex, they require more detailed thinking and more from you. So please take your time, because your assessments will be marked very carefully and will be checked for plagiarism as well. We will get to discuss that in a few minutes. The 19th of April is the first due date. That is when the MCQ, your quiz assessment, is due. Please complete this. Some of you have been asking, where do I find assessment 2, 3, 4, or 5? You will only find assessment 2 after the 19th of April. So on the 20th of April, it will be made available. Assessment 3 will be made available on the 7th of May, the day after assessment 2 is completed. It is specifically done that way to encourage you to focus on one assessment at a time, so that we don't get caught in the trap of saying, well, let me just have a look at what is in assessment 4. Oh, let me just complete one section of assessment 4. We want you to spend quality time and to be careful and cautious completing your assessments with all your effort. Each assessment has a unique number. Please make sure that you use this when submitting your assessment. Have it on the cover page of your assessment, on the top of your assessment. They are in your tutorial letter 101. They are on the module site by the assessments where you access the assessments. So please, if the unique number is wrong, the system will not be able to allocate your marks to you as the student. Academic integrity, as I briefly mentioned, plagiarism. This has become something that UNISA is very, very strict and concerned about. We expect our students to act in a way that is honest, fair, responsible, and respectable. In terms of academic integrity, we assume that your work is your own, it's authentic, it is original. It helps us to ensure that your scholarly output, that your assignments are valid, reliable, and qualitative. Academic integrity is compromised by the nature of our technology today, our internet, which has information on any topic and everything. We do sometimes get encouraged by just going on the internet, finding a key term and saying, this is what is right for my answer. I'm going to just copy and paste. This is unacceptable. Some of our students are no longer engaged in studying in order to write their assignments or exams. They copy, paste, and submit their work as their own. This is a serious contravention to academic writing and is a serious problem. Plagiarism is unacceptable. All your written assignments will be subjected to Turnitin. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Turnitin, in which it is a computer program which checks your work for originality or if it has been copied from a particular source. And it's not only the internet, even from your recommended books. You can't just copy and paste or type out what is written. You need to paraphrase from the sources, whether it's the internet, recommended books, tutorial letter 501, to paraphrase and reference these and use your own words to avoid being caught in the trap of academic dishonesty, of being called for plagiarism. So please take note of that. Don't copy and paste. Paraphrase, reference your sources, and add your own ideas. As university students, that is what we expect from you. What do you feel? What is your opinion? How does what you read now fit into your practical teaching? Those are the type of things that we will be looking for. We wish you all the best for your studies. Just remember, contact details, esadid@unisa.ac.za and mukhas@ac.ca.za. So we wish you all the best.